Sup, guys? This is GG Sports here, and I got a good friend of mine, King Johnny. I don't think we've said that in a while. Since high school, I think. We've known each other for a while, but he wanted to do this, and I thought, hey, why not? So he's helping me out with everything, so I'm pretty sure.
I was the cameraman in the first video.
He's the cameraman.
Super shaky.
The first TikTok video, yeah.
All right, so you sent me a list of different players, and that were, what's it called? They were going into free agency.
Yeah.
And you wanted to know what I think should happen and what some of the rumors were and stuff. So the first one that's on my list is James Harden.
All right.
So let's hear you first about James
Harden. James Harden. Personally, what I believe... Well, first off, it was reported that he's going to stay with Philly, so it's going to happen. He's going to stay with Philly.
That's what I thought.
I think he's staying because they're going to give him an extension beyond the next season, so...
Yeah.
Do I think that's a great idea? Yeah, for him it could, but the end result, I don't really think so. You know, like...
Yeah.
It's kind of iffy for me because he didn't really live up to the expectations that he had to live up to when he got traded there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, they made the playoffs, but did they get a ring? No. Would I think they'll get a ring? No. You know, I really don't see Harden and Embiid winning a ring anytime soon, so... I feel like the talks about them being the best duo ever since, like, Shaq and Kobe really jinxed it. To me.
It did, because it was, like, the first game they played together.
Yeah, it was like, best duo in the league by far. I'm like, wait, they haven't even played a game yet. Like, you know?
I think... Not that they could become that level, but I think given more time, they could get better. Because they only played together since the trade deadline. Yeah. So that was one of the things I wrote.
Not a full season, though. Yeah.
So I think they are going to keep him because even the 76ers basketball operations president, I didn't write down his name, but he said that they're planning on keeping Harden.
The Adam Sandler?
No, from Grown Ups.
Sorry.
Yeah, not a lot of time was given to them to work together. So I think practicing together during the off season, giving them a chance. What did I say about Doc Rivers?
Oh God.
I think if Doc Rivers is fired, which seems unlikely given the rumors and stuff.
Okay.
As much as people want to happen, it seems like it's not going to.
Mm-hmm.
The new coach would probably hold off on making drastic changes like that.
I can see
especially since they just got him.
Yeah, they just got him too.
And his contracts are going to be worth more, so it'll be hard to make changes like that.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I don't really... to me, going back, I don't really see Harden winning a ring in Philly. Yeah. To me, personally.
But I think given some time, him and Embiid could work better together than they did, and stand out a little bit more. But I don't see him getting to the championship. I think
he honestly had a better chance winning in Brooklyn.
Yes, if they played together more, the trio.
Yeah.
That everybody talked about. If they had played together more, they could have.
Well, yeah, but obviously with the injuries and COVID stuff,
with Kyrie and stuff, yeah.
Well, yeah. All right, next player is Bradley Beal. So I'm going to start off with this one.
Oh, yeah, that's the next one I wrote.
Bradley Beal is apparently... Okay, he actually reported today. Well, he said previously he was going to make a decision, but he's not telling everybody. But
I did hear about that. I don't think I heard about the decision.
I sent you what happened. Apparently he's not going to opt in or sign an extension with the Wizards.
Oh,
so...
That goes against what I said.
He won't reveal it anytime soon. I wrote that before, but like obviously now it looks like he's not going to stay with Wizards, which I think everyone predicted. I don't know about you, but I did.
That he would stay with the Wizards? Or leave? Oh,
stay.
Yeah, I had said he was going to stay.
Okay, well, first, I think, personally, it was time for him to go. I don't think he saw any success anytime soon with the Wizards.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think the closest he got to success was when Westbrook was on the team. In the 2020-21 season. So, where do I see him going off this season? This off-season, I could see him going to the Knicks.
The Knicks. Interesting.
They have a young core of players, so he can totally work off with that, and they can give him.
That's gonna come up in the Kyrie one.
Yeah, they can help him with his speed and his shooting, and I think that would be a great fit for Beal. So.
All right. The rumor I had heard was that he was most likely going to re-sign with the Wizards, but now that's out, and there was going to be a sign-and-trade deal.
Okay.
But the rumor that I had heard was about the Celtics.
Oh, I heard about
taking
that
him
too.
because he's childhood friends with Tatum.
Oh, really?
Which would...
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
It would really only benefit Tatum because it would ground him more in the Celtics.
Yeah.
Having his childhood friend there. I'm not sure how well they would play together, but that was the rumor I had heard, was him going to the Celtics in a sign-and-trade deal.
Interesting, especially that they lost.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to look for some help.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So that could happen. I don't want it to happen, but it could happen.
It could.
The next player, Zach LaVine.
Okay.
Zach LaVine. Oh, you can start with this one.
I am kind of excited. Okay, so I'll start with
You were telling me about
the one
earlier.
first. There was a rumor of him going to the Lakers because he has wanted to play there.
Yeah.
And there's a rumor of an AD LaVine trade.
Oh, God.
Which, yeah, that's not the one I'm excited about.
Yeah, I know.
The one I'm excited about is the trade to the Heat for Tyler Hero.
Mm-hmm.
I think, because I was watching some videos about it, and I think Jimmy Butler and Zach LaVine could play great together. I think they have slightly different styles, and having them as starters together would be great.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Zach LaVine is now a free agent. So, obviously, the rumors about him leaving Chicago is very likely, but there's also rumors about him staying. He might sign a 5-year extension with the Bulls. Who knows? Do I think that's a good sign for LaVine? Yeah, I think it's a good sign. Mm-hmm. You know, because he has players like DeRozan, Lonzo, and Alex Caruso. So, I mean, who wouldn't want to play with those players? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I feel like him and DeMar, he felt kind of overshadowed. Because you see DeMar wasn't talked about the whole season. Mm-hmm. Not just Zach LaVine. So, but if he doesn't sign with Chicago, which is probably going to happen, well, I don't know where he can go like to Portland. That's where he's from. He grew up in Portland, in Seattle. He grew up in Seattle. What else did I write down? They just lost C.J. McCollum, so they kind of need that second guy with Damian Lillard. And he was teammates with Damian Lillard in the summer, with the Olympics, Team USA.
Oh, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So that could have been like...
I didn't take into consideration the Olympics, which is weird because I love the Olympics.
But he just told me about earlier. That could work out too.
It could. I got really excited about that one.
I think the Heat one might be a little bit more realistic, but the Portland one is also an option as well. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, yeah.
And I do like Tyler Hero, but I think I would like to see the Heat win a championship with Jimmy Butler.
Oh, man.
And
Jimmy deserves a ring.
Yeah, and I think Zach LaVine might be the way to go.
All right. That's
not against the Warriors, though.
No,
as you can tell.
Or the Lakers. I mean, we kind of beat them. We kind of beat them that 1 year.
That's true.
Okay. Finally is DeAndre Ayton.
Okay, DeAndre Ayton, also free agency, and from what I was reading, it seems like the Suns are reluctant to re-sign him. Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of stuff could happen with him. I think a lot of doors could be open for him.
Yeah.
I don't have specific ideas, but I think he could get a lot of offers and maybe some sign-in trade deals.
I got a couple teams.
You got okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear him.
So obviously, he's a free agent, a restricted free agent actually. So he didn't get the offer he wanted from the Suns, and I think he wasn't very happy about it. And I don't think the Suns are going to give him that offer because Ayton wants a lot. Mm-hmm. So he's eligible for a 5-year, $107 million contract.
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot for him.
Yep.
So I really, really, really believe he's not going to stay. He's not going to stay. He's gone. He's gone.
Most of the people on this list, the one that is like
most likely
90% sure he's going to leave is Ayton.
Yeah, so Ayton's definitely going to leave.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Where do I see him going? I can see 3 teams that need a big man.
Okay.
We got Portland again.
Okay.
Like I mentioned earlier, Portland needs a big man. They just lost Yusuf Nurkic, I think, or he wasn't playing with the team a lot. I don't remember what happened with him, but then there's Atlanta Hawks.
Oh,
I don't know about. I don't know if they have a big man or they just want a newer big man that's better. Mm-hmm. And Detroit Pistons. That could work too. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But I feel like the other two, can be more realistic. You know.
I think so. I would kind of lean towards the Hawks.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Ayton will leave Phoenix. And he's gonna get the money, or he's gonna get the team's gonna give him the money that he deserves.
Calling it now.
Calling it now. He's leaving.
All right.
He's leaving. Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets are at an impasse right now. The 3 teams that are expected to pursue Kyrie are the Lakers, the Knicks, and the Clippers. Do you think Kyrie will opt into his player contract, or will he leave?
I don't think he will stay with the Nets.
Okay.
I think the Nets are struggling because of the Ben Simmons Harden deal.
Mm-hmm.
I think people are going to be mad, but I think they got the bad end of that. Even though I love Seth Curry, I think they got the bad deal, and I think it's going to take them time to recover from that.
Ben Simmons didn't seem like he wanted to play yet.
Yeah.
So
we don't know what's going to happen with that. So I don't think he will stay with the Nets. I think the most likely one to happen is he will go with the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
But I would rather see him go with the Knicks.
Ooh.
It's because you need a balance of older veteran players who know the game really well and can teach the younger players. And you need that younger core with more athleticism.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking. It wouldn't be terrible if he went with the Lakers. Because I do see that as the most likely one happening. But I know he and LeBron played together, but they're older now. They have a little bit of egos, and it seems like Kyrie's a little bit hard to work with.
Oh, yeah. I can vouch for that.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit nervous about him going with the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my thoughts.
Okay. I wrote a whole paragraph, so here we go. Don't mind me if I'm reading off the screen, but I'm just reading what I said. When I first heard about this, I instantly thought about all of these scenarios that could happen and jumped on the gun instantly just thinking about what could happen. So, but I had to sleep on it because I was eagerly excited to see what the possibilities are. Sorry. It's all good. And here I have two situations.
Okay.
He could opt in with the Nets.
Oh, you think so?
He could. He can opt in with his player option with the Nets and try again with Kevin Durant. He played half of the regular season, so. And because of his views with the rules and stuff and family problems and whatnot.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I think he would be fully committed now because he can, what's the word? He can own up to his problems now. Like him breaking up with LeBron, he said that was my fault. He left Cleveland saying it was my fault because it was a big deal back in. But I'm hoping he has a new perspective and approach to the game. So if that does happen, the Nets could possibly be title contenders, I think.
All right.
If that could happen. Then we got the other scenario where he doesn't opt in, or he could opt in, but the team works a trade. Excuse me. With teams that were mentioned earlier, I can only see one outcome happening. So we're going to let's get the other teams I think that are out of the way. The Clippers, I don't really think they need Kyrie.
Okay, I forgot to mention the Clippers.
Yeah, the Clippers.
But I totally agree. They did pretty well this year before Minnesota beat them in the finals. But
not the play-ins, but they treated it as the finals.
It was a joke.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But
sorry, Minnesota fans.
But yeah, I think the Clippers did pretty well, and I think a healthy team might be able to go pretty far.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's why I didn't really consider him for the Clippers. I think the Clippers should stick with what they got.
Yeah, like I said, I don't really feel like they don't have anything to offer the Nets. They're not going to give up Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons. Sorry, not Ben Simmons. Paul George. Players like Paul George, they're going to offer him, their best player on the team, and a draft pick that they gave up already for those two players. Mm-hmm. I just don't see it happen. Mm-hmm. Like I said, who are they going to give up? Brooklyn won't. And then Brooklyn will not. I think they won't like what the Knicks would offer, personally.
Okay. That's true. They probably won't.
I don't think they would.
No, they have nothing good for
That's why I say the Lakers might be, and you said it too, might be the most likely because they have, but it might not happen too. Because, like I said, he could opt in and try again with the Nets.
Yeah, and what would be the option for, what would the Lakers offer?
Well, they could offer Westbrook, but that would go down as a 3-team trade. The Nets aren't going to keep Westbrook.
Yeah,
come on, they don't want Westbrook after what happened with him this last season. And Kevin Durant is not a big fan of him, so. And they could offer another player like THT or Austin Reeves. And a trade pick too. Well, yeah, Westbrook would be dealt with in the 3-team trade. I mean, that's like really what I think would go down. Overall, I really think...
I'm going to interrupt for a second. Like Zach LaVine, didn't Ben Simmons say he wanted to play with the Lakers?
I hope he didn't say that. I don't want Ben Simmons on the Lakers.
I might be wrong on that.
Yeah, this is me being besides a Laker fan, right? I think I just messed it up, but like that's really the only scenario I see happening.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Mm-hmm.
If it's totally up to Kyrie, I'm sure, I hope the media is not really swinging his thoughts, or like, you know, because everyone's talking about him right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure he's seen a lot of it.
Out of all the people on this list, that's probably the most talked about one.
Yeah. So, personally, Kyrie, it can go either way. I'm happy for either way. Mm-hmm. If he stays with the Nets, cool. That's fine. Yeah. If he goes to the Lakers, I'd be even more happy. But, we're going to talk about that right now. So, it segues into our next question, which is, do you think the Lakers are going to trade Westbrook or keep him? Now, I'm going to let you go with this one because I started the first one.
All right, so I think most likely Westbrook will re-sign with the Lakers.
Often.
Because I think it's going to be it's going to be a difficult task to find someone to trade him for. And I think, like you said in your first video about Darvin Ham, if they can have him off the bench as a good player, because he's not terrible, if he could play off the bench and be willing to sacrifice that starting spot and like give a new role a try, I think they could do good if they work with what they got. What was the other thing? If Westbrook switches teams, I think it will most likely happen later in the season.
Okay, like a trade deadline or something like that?
Yes, something like that. I don't think it's going to be anything soon.
Okay. Cool.
And I think also he hinders a lot of the moves the Lakers can make.
Okay.
Right now, in the offseason. I think it hinders a lot of stuff they can do.
Oh, boy. So what did I have to say? As an honest Laker fan, I think the Lakers should keep him. I mean,
all right.
Like I mentioned in my TikToks and my other YouTube video, like, it seems like Darvin Ham and the Lakers want to keep him. They're very excited about him, and it seems like him and Ham have a great relationship already. They've had several talks. And I can see Ham handling those issues with Westbrook because they talked about sacrifice, you know. And like we said, he would have to sacrifice his starting position. I think it would be better if he just came off the bench, really.
But that's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not a terrible thing.
If you want to win championships, you need to have a good bench.
You need to give up a couple of things, too, if you want to win. So, and like I said, mentioning the sacrifice during his press conference, it really relates or goes towards Westbrook's approach to the game. And I really hope that changes the way he approaches the game. So, we're just going to have to see what happens when the season starts because who knows what he'll do with Westbrook, you know?
Yeah.
He might even start. Who knows?
Yeah.
It can go. It's his team, so it can go either way. He can start him, he can bench him, but overall, I think he should stay, personally.
All right. I think that's the most likely thing to happen is that they will have him stay. They'll have to make it work.
Yeah.
And if it absolutely doesn't, they'll have to come up with something before the trade deadline.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about the trade deadline, too.
Yeah.
If the teams if it's not going the way they thought it would, then trade him.
Yeah.
But moving on, as we're filming this right now, the Warriors parade was yesterday, so he's happy about that.
Yep, I am.
There were many, and many moments from this championship parade. We got from Clay to losing his hat to Draymond stopping to order some ice cream. What were some of your favorite moments from the parade, and who was your MVP of the parade?
All right, I'm going to backtrack a little bit a couple of days before the parade because it was a moment that stood out when they got off the plane and they're trying to interview Steve Kerr and he's like, I'm really hungover right now.
I'm not going to lie, I'm hungover right now.
That was awesome. Another great moment was Jordan Poole coming out with the water gun.
Oh my gosh, the pool party.
Because when you go to those parades, you get shot with the champagne.
Yeah, he had floaters on too, right?
Yeah, he had floaters on. And he did the picture before when they were getting ready, and he had the water gun. I loved it. It's a pool party.
Oh, man.
But the MVP goes to Klay Thompson. And if they do consider starting a finals parade MVP award, it should be called the Klay Thompson Award. Because the amount of stuff that happened with him was amazing.
That was amazing.
Starting with like a couple hours before the actual parade, he's on his boat and he's taking a video. And the hat flies off. The championship hat.
I'm putting that clip in the video, by the way. So.
Oh no! I lost my hat.
And holy cannoli, he dropped the hat.
Oh man, he dropped the hat on the. Oh my gosh.
And yeah, so that's how it started. Then later he drops one of his rings and has to find.
He like kissed it too. Like, oh, it's good.
What else happened? Running into the old lady.
Oh man.
But then all the dance moves, they're excellent. There's a part where they like got coffee and he was walking out with Pete's coffee.
I didn't see that. Wait, did you send that to me?
I don't think so. I just saw like a little clip of it, and yeah, he gets the MVP award.
All right.
Another honorable mention though is, we don't know the name, but the person who proposed to Curry's daughter.
Oh my god.
that gets an honorable mention.
Weren't they like? Was she like flirting with him?
She was.
Too?
She gave him some looks back.
Oh
so
my goodness.
Good work, buddy.
All right. So yeah, yesterday was pretty eventful for every player because it's a time of celebration. So, but I think I'm gonna go with Klay Thompson with this one.
All right.
Obviously. Because he had some hilarious moves, like you said, where he lost the hat at the start of the day. I think that's hilarious. He's just like cruising, and all of a sudden, just like it flies out of his head. And he's like, "No!" I thought that was hilarious. He was doing Michael Jackson moves with the Larry O'Brien trophy. That was hilarious. Stumbling and tackling that old lady. Was she old, or was she just like?
It was a blurry video.
It was a blurry video. We don't know. We sound ages.
Better for the story.
We sound ages right now, but then he drops his rings.
He drops the rings.
I don't know. He had them on his hand or something. Right?
Yeah, he was wearing them. I'm pretty sure he was wearing them.
He was like, "Oh, I dropped it," and stuff like that. And oh my gosh, I don't know how much Hennessy he drank.
Yeah,
he drank. He must have, because he was out there like
wasted.
He's doing his little Kevin Garnett. Anything's possible. So.
But they deserved it.
Yeah.
They deserved this celebration. It was awesome.
He must have drank so much because he was feeling himself. A close second was Steph Curry. When he did the night-night little thing, and he dropped the mic and did the little night-night.
And the mic drop.
And I think he was talking about something too, and he was like screaming into the mic.
Yes.
We got phone.
That was hilarious. And then there was later, I think he was like in a club or something. He was taking a picture with this MVP trophy and like a liquor bottle or something like that. And the guy's like, "Hey, no more. And he's like,
you can tell.
No more.
Slammed. He was absolutely slammed. So
honorable mention there.
Honorable mention was Steph Curry. I would have said Draymond, but he was just, that's how he always is to me.
Yeah.
We were just saying like people to shut up and stuff and ordering ice cream.
It was true though.
Shut up! I just need some ice cream.
Thank you guys so much for watching this really long video. I hope it's not long, but be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share to all your friends and family.
And be sure to follow GG Sports on Instagram and TikTok and on Facebook.
I don't think I have a Facebook or Twitter.
Okay.
That's
on
in the
YouTube.
works. On YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. See you guys later. Like Klay Thompson.
Nice. Lost it.
Yep, I lost it.
Holy cannoli.